In Week 18, Lovie Smith and the Houston Texans shocked everyone but Texans fans, managing to win a game, the one time it was distinctly better to lose a game. Now, while this does suck for the Texans, it creates a far more intriguing offseason for the rest of us. Who will be the number one overall pick? Stroud, Bryce Young, or will Jalen Carter find himself off the board at number one? We're about to dive into all the possible scenarios, and then I'll give you my opinion on what I think is going to happen. But first, make sure to hit the subscribe button and tap the notification bell so you never miss a video. There's a growing sentiment with the Texans blunder and the Bears now controlling the number one overall pick that it could be on the move. Many pundits are saying because the Colts and the Texans need for a quarterback, it's likely we see one of the two teams trade up for a massive haul. But I'm not so sure. See, in the history of the NFL, the number one overall pick has only been traded 5 times. Sure, there were trades after the draft like Eli. However, that's only happened a total of 4 times, making it extremely unlikely the pick will be traded. Many think because the Texans and Colts are both starved for a franchise QB, that the division rivals will get into a bidding war. However, this would be a lose-lose situation for both franchises. Out of the 5 times the number one overall pick was traded, the only ones that seemed to pan out were Michael Vick and Orlando Pace. Additionally, this year is a quarterback-heavy draft featuring a loaded top 5. Many scouts seem to see Stroud and Bryce Young as 1A, 1B, making it even more far-fetched a team will trade up to number one overall. Will Levis is another name that's been thrown around as a top QB prospect in this year's draft and is being seen by some as a potential Josh Allen draft pick for the draft. With the number of QBs garnering top 10 attention, the competition for getting a QB with the first draft pick becomes much less intense. If for some reason a team does shock me and decide to overpay to move up, then I would expect Stroud to go off the board at number one overall. CJ is an exceptional athlete with good pocket presence and a strong arm. He's shown the ability to play in and win big games and has put up great numbers over his career at Ohio State. I rank him slightly ahead of Bryce Young purely based on size. CJ has the prototypical NFL QB build at 6'3", 218, while Bryce finds himself undersized for the position. If we do see the Bears trade the pick, I would think the most likely trade partner would be the Indianapolis Colts. The Colts are currently sitting at 4, behind the division rival Texans, who are also looking for a QB. Another possible scenario is Aaron Rodgers actually making the move to Indy. They're currently one of the 4 teams he's linked with, and it's rumored Green Bay may be looking to move on from Rodgers. Indianapolis seems the most likely candidate to land Rodgers as they have the trade assets to do so and a history of great QBs. Rodgers would be instantly embraced in Indy and would likely have input in the coaching search for the first time in his career. A-Rod is already relatively popular in Indy, appearing regularly on Pat McAfee's show throughout the season. He also would have Q, Michael Pittman Jr., and Jonathan Taylor. This Colts roster is actually one of the better rosters of the teams picking high in the draft. Last offseason, we were talking about this team as a potential playoff team with the addition of Matt Ryan. Either way, I see the Bears sticking at number 1 and starting to rebuild their franchise around Justin Fields and the best player overall. However, this leaves us with another huge debate. Who is the best player overall? Will Anderson or Jalen Carter? Will Anderson has totaled 34.5 sacks in his 3 years at Alabama, absolutely decimating defenses from the edge. Anderson is lacking size and would immediately be one of the smallest edge rushers in the NFL. However, he has tremendous acceleration, beating offensive linemen off the ball. His main pass rush move is simply a speed rush with a shoulder dip. And while he is skilled at this move, he doesn't execute it as well as someone like Von Miller. Anderson will need to develop more pass rush skills, but has the speed and motor to make a difference at the next level. Anderson is also an above-average run defender despite his size. Meanwhile, Jalen Carter tore apart defenses from the interior, using his superior size and speed to bully offensive linemen. Carter has a great first step and an elite swim move. Meanwhile, in the run game, he has a knack for disengaging and making the tackle. He does lack explosiveness when gassed, which is an issue due to his below-average stamina, but he's still an elite talent. Either player would be a slam dunk pick for an absolutely decimated Bears front 7 after losing Khalil Mack, Roquan Smith, and Akeem Hicks in recent years. However, I believe due to the scarcity of elite interior defensive linemen and the talent available at edge later in the draft, the Bears would be better suited to pick Jalen Carter here. Jalen Carter has the ability to make the Bears instantly better against both the pass and the run. He wins consistently with his elite first step and hands while still impacting the play and closing the pocket, driving his man backwards when he's unable to win his one-on-one, making him an absolute game wrecker. Carter is also more than capable of dealing with double teams. The Bears absolutely need an anchor in their front 7, and I believe Jalen Carter is that anchor. Now this just leaves us with one question. With the number of options available, which one are the Bears going to take? Are they going to trade down and leave the QB discussion wide open? Or will they take Will Anderson or Jalen Carter? Or maybe there's a top pick here that we didn't discuss. Let us know down in the comments below if you think we missed somebody. And hey, if you liked the video, make sure to like the video. And maybe check this one out.